So I was talking with my buddy Bill, and we always throw Joe Dirt lines back and forth. And if you remember, there's this kid on one of the favorite scenes we have in Joe Dirt. And that kid, it's when Joe Dirt is saying, rule number 1, I'm number 1. Rule number 2, the croc is number 2. Because he's talking about the 3 rules. There are 3 rules when dealing with a deadly crocodile. Rule number 1, I'm number 1. Rule number 2, the croc is number 2. Now, before we get started, and then this kid pops in, what about rule 3? What's that, kid? So you don't know rule 3? That's the kid in the movie. So, me and Bill were like, man, wouldn't it be funny if we could somehow find out who that kid was? I mean, surely he's grown now. You know, Joe Dirt was a long, years ago. And I'm like, I wonder if I could find this guy and see if he'll come on my Realist News show for a little quick prank or something. That would be kind of funny, wouldn't it? I'm pleased to announce I found him, and he's willing to come on, and I'm going to show you right now. Rule number 1, JSnip4 is number 1. Rule number 2, the croc is number 2. Now, before we get started, what about rule 3? Look at that. And then look at this. Right? That one. And then this one. We're making a little side-by-side action on that. That is almost him grown up, son. I love Bitcoin Ben. When he comes down and visits with his daughter, we're going to have some fun. All right, I'm just going to tell you. But Bill sends me the text, and I'm looking at this. I'm like, oh my God. Because we actually did have a conversation. Like, man, it would be kind of funny. And I'm always throwing that line out there. It would be kind of funny if we could find out who that kid is and then actually see if he'll come on. I'll throw him a couple Litecoin or something. Will you just come on briefly? But he's not a kid anymore. He's grown up, I'm sure. And who knows? He's probably 140 pounds now. You see these people who are a little heavyweight, and then years later they're real skinny, that kind of thing. The kid from Goonies, remember Chunk from Goonies? You see him later in life. Oh, what happened? That's not Chunk. Yes, it is. But yeah. So, anyways, I just want to mess with you guys and Bitcoin Ben. I just had to. Okay, take care.